This is, I believe, our fourth segment of the day. We're here in SoCal. We're at the Triple Nickel. Is that what they call this place? The Triple Nickel. And we have a whole new set of guests here. Again, we're promoting the Pacific Sovereignty Run, the PSR. This is the second annual event here. It's going to be taking place Saturday, June 17th, Elks Lodge, 7212 Melrose Street, Buena Park, California. It starts at 12 noon. There's all kinds of things going on. We have a bike blessing, kava ceremony, MC game, war games. Okay, it's a free event. It's a family event. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have some guests here going to help us promote the event. Before we get started, I want to do some quick introductions. Let's just go ahead and go around. Let you guys introduce yourselves. Talk a little bit about the organizations that you represent.
Recently changed from a business called 2020 Local Come Up. I moved into the nonprofit sector because I volunteer for the American Legion and I've taught for 8 to 9 years now. Decided to make the transition just to get more resources for what I do. But for my passion lies around connecting nonprofit groups, and T-Mobile shows, hence why I'm working with the Civic Sovereignty One to their demographic. I noticed that was a miss early on when I started about 2 years ago, as far as putting the cause in front of the people that we help. So that's definitely my passion. We've got some big collaborations coming up. We're looking to team up with Building Aloha, which is another new nonprofit. Some really big things. It's called Family and Friends Foundation. They help hundreds of thousands of families get things like safety kits, hygiene kits, food, clothing, yada yada yada. So they'll be joining us at the Pacific Soccer.
So just so you guys know, Puna is a big player in the PSR. He's done a tremendous amount of work, and this would not be possible. This podcast today, what is going on right now, is all, at least a big part of it is Puna. I just want to say thank you for putting this together because this has really been outstanding. It's an opportunity for us to come together and share, to be able to not just share with each other, obviously through having a conversation, but all the different people who are going to listen to this. So many amazing people involved in the PSR, and you're a big part of bringing all of us together. So I just want to say thank you for that. Yeah.
So my name is Mono. I represent Indigenous PIA. I am the vice president. We're honored to be here today. A little bit of background for me. So I have some native heritage. I live in Sinaloa, Mexico. I'm Kapita native.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. And then another part of my family, we're also Apache. I don't know as much of our tribe from that side. A lot of our elders have passed and been separated from us. And we don't know how that story goes. But I still push to it so I can learn more about it and bring that towards what we have and further what we do as part of our
I'm David Eagle. I am the grandson of Raymond Red Eagle, Fort Sill, Apache, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And my father's side, my mother's side, they're from Hawaii. My father is from American Samoa, through the Philippines, and into Hawaii. So we have family there, we have family in Oklahoma. But I'm just out here supporting my brothers.
Man, you got some powerful heritage right there. Fort Sill, Apache, and Hawaiian as well?
Hawaiian, Filipino, and Samoan.
Hawaiian, Filipino, and Samoan. You got a war going on inside you, my friend.
What they call a mixed plate right here.
I love it. I absolutely love it, man. Thank you for joining the show.
Thank you.
How's it going, Noah? Thanks for having us here. Thank you for that. My name is Kimo. I represent Indigenous Kiai. A big thing of what we do for the Indigenous people that we're actually, this is our first time airing this out, is we carry the gifts of healers. I carry bloodline on my Kanaka side. I'm half Filipino on my mom's side. On my dad's side, we have a Juliana, a responsibility of something that was given to us by God. Native Americans know about it. The Hispanic culture knows about curanderos, you might call them shaman. It was tough talking about it growing up. It was hidden, but we've been led to this side as a nonprofit to help others, and that's what we've been doing for many years. Through my dad, through my mother, and we created this group for about, I would say, 5-6 years now. So it's very hidden. So with Kuna's help, we decided, let's talk about it more. We were up on the Mauna when all that happened. We were on the front line of everything.
Can you talk a little bit about that movement?
Yeah, so to make a long story shorter, there was a sacred mountain with Mauna Kea, and what happened was TMT wanted to put a telescope up there. That's our sacred land. So many people from all over the world actually came up to help us. The things that weren't really shown in media is what happened to the Kanakmoli and our people and our leaders. On a peaceful protest, being taken away in handcuffs, grabbed from the ground during prayer, and brought to jail.
Unbelievable. Unreal.
So we were asked to go up there and talk about what we do in our healing. And our grandmother was actually still alive. And when I went up there, all the people that knew her thought she passed away because she left the island for her reasons and whatnot. But to give the help to the people of what God gave us. And now is our chance as people to bring this back and not hide in the back side anymore, not hide it from anyone, really put it out there with the Pacific Sovereignty Runs. Our goal of this is to let elders, to let people know that this side of the culture that you might think is a myth or a legend is still very much alive. For all of us, we help others that are in search of their blessings that were given to them.
Man, it's really, really beautiful. I love it. So your organization is really promoting like indigenous culture, but specifically indigenous like healing ways. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like we're at an event like this, you sit down with people to talk, right? But really, we're being sent there for a reason. That person needs some help, maybe needs some blessings. Maybe it's networking for a business. Because we are on the mainland, we gotta know both ways. But it's, as a newer generation, we learn to blend those two together, right? We're able to go out and reach out to different people in different ways. Maybe we're working together like this, including group by monitoring PSR. Maybe what's the next step? Maybe someone at that event is sick. How can we help them? I myself, I was a college professor. I have a medical background. Left that to do this, but at the same time, go ahead.
Wow, that's incredible. Dang, man. So,
Yeah, we had nothing. We weren't technically invited or anything. We knew about it. Another brother of ours that couldn't be here today said, there's a reason why we got it. And we were able to reach out to 4 people, Puna being one of them, and we were able to help another sister from Kiwi and 2 from Pacific Savage. And with that, kind of started the jump of what we're doing, and we were bringing it out. We're from the IE, Riverside County, and we do help out with our community there because we do believe this is native land. We got to help the people, all the homeless here, but at the same time, helping the natives in this land get what they need. At the same time, going back to our cultures, we have 120 acres up north that's being taken care of by United Colors of Aloha. That's going to be a sanctuary land for missing women and indigenous children. And that's another topic that's hard because we do try to get help on that side. Right? There's things that go on. We might know the MMIP movement, but not a lot of people know the details of exactly what it takes to get these women and children back.
yeah, I mean, that's a movement that I'm very familiar with, obviously, within the Native American community. MMIW is an issue that's been going on really here in the Americas since 1492, right? And it's something that I think a lot of people don't really understand exactly what's happening in our communities and the violence, the murder rate, right? The incarceration rate. There's just so many different issues that are going on in our communities. And that one right there is it's one that's very hurtful.
Yes.
There's a lot of families that have a lot of trauma, and there are a lot of people who need healing, right? And it's not an issue that happened, 400 years ago, 500 years ago. It started back in 1492, and it continues even today. And it's really disturbing, when I talk about that particular issue, and there's just so many people who don't really understand what's happening, right? They don't understand just how many people have gone missing. They don't understand how many of our young girls have been victimized. This is an issue that's just traumatized just so many families across Turtle Island. And I know it's not just here, because I know that this is also a big issue in Hawaii as well.
It really is. It really is. And people wonder, well, how does it happen? It does. This has been happening long ago when we were overthrown and taken over, and it's still happening today, and it's sad. And the one thing is especially on the Native American side, it happened on Native American land. So there's not a lot of help that we can get. We actually did a summit with the Yurok tribe. We were able to, the first ever summit, correct?
Right. Yeah, we were part of the advocates for the first summit policy that was held in California, and that was based off of I think at that time it was titled as the MMIP movement, and then MMIW. I see it. It's all our people.
Yeah, I call it MMIW, but really it is, and it's all of us, because it's women, it's girls, it's two-spirited as well, and it's men. There's a lot of men have gone missing, have been killed, unfortunately. The murder rate, again, the sexual assaults, it just really, the statistics are just absolutely staggering. And again, this is an issue that has traumatized indigenous people across North America, across South America, in Hawaii as well. And it really, it makes me sad that just so few people really understand what's happening in our communities. And it's really great that I know you guys are out there trying to create awareness, but most importantly, trying to create healing, because that's really what we need. There's just so many people that have experienced so much trauma that's been passed on historically as well. It's living literally in our veins, right? And there needs to be healing, and there needs to be people like you all who are out there trying to do this good work and trying to help people kind of find their way. I think a lot of the drug abuse and the alcoholism, the self-harm that you see a lot of people are doing in our communities really does stem from these issues that, yes, they go way back, but they're still happening even today. And it's just really disturbing. And the fight that you brought up with the sacred mountain, Mauna Kea, right? We're dealing with these same fights here in the Americas, still trying to protect our culture, trying to protect our homelands and our ecosystems. And what I would want people to know is that these fights are real. These are real struggles and battles that we face every single day in our communities.
Through our organization, we helped out with it. We were standing for Dakota Pipeline, standing Flat Rock, and
That's right.
Standing Rock. We're out there. Back then, we weren't really trying to show who we were, and I'm pretty sure you understand that side of it. But now that I think with all the help of this, the MC community, with the Pacific Sovereignty, it's a chance for us to talk about it, for a chance for maybe some guys that don't know about it, and maybe just stand with us if they feel called to it. It's time for us to be together. It's time to unite.
And that's really what the Pacific Sovereignty Run is really about. All of us coming together, creating a lane for ourselves, yes, but unity, solidarity, being able to express the best of our cultures, and then being able to see how can we also go beyond the PSR to be able to help each other out in our collective struggles, the things that we're working on. There's just so many really incredible movements. I just talked to Section 8, and some of the things that they're doing is just really incredible. And now talking to you all, it's just, man, it just warms my heart to know that you guys are out there doing the good work. And I'm really happy that you're a little bit more out in the public as well, not just, I know a lot of our ways kind of teach us to kind of be back in the shadows.
That's right.
To not really to be out there in that way. But at the same time, it's important to have you all out there so that way people can find you, right?
That's right. We had to change ways, and it's like, we learned stuff traditionally, and our elders had to do things their way for a certain reason. My dad included. But being brought up here on the mainland, actually born and raised here, even with the traditions that we carry, becoming a professor, I've learned that we have to teach. We have to combine the older with the new. We can't be stuck in our own ways. Some elders might hate it and the way we move, but who's going to do the work for the next generation coming? Or else it's going to be a circle, it's a rotation. The same thing's going to happen from generation to generation. And we need to stop that. We need to come together and help everybody.
Yeah, well, our cultures are not static, right? Our cultures are always evolving and always changing. And what I always tell people is like, 100 years ago, we rode horses, right? Now we got an iron horse. Our cultures are evolving. My people were horse people, and when I go and I saddle up and I mount up on a different type of horse, right? Yeah. So our cultures are not, what I always tell people when it comes to indigenous people, like our cultures are always evolving and they're growing. People want to keep us stuck in a particular way, but our cultures are always going to be evolving and always changing. And you guys are part of that change that's really positive that we really need in our communities. Do you want to add something, Puna?
I do. That's why I'm excited about using the Pacific Sovereignty run as a vessel because
That's right.
So it's mine. I'm most Hawaiian person that I know, but only have a So, for example, some of the appropriation and misconceptions.
Yeah, well, there's so much misunderstanding about our cultures, and I think that for so long, the narrative has always come from people who are outside of our communities, right? And that's why we need all of you here to do the work that you're doing, because you're telling the story that needs to be told. You're telling it from a perspective that is in line with our values and our traditions, as opposed to an outsider coming in and being the authority on who we are. And the teaching that you guys offer up, and the things that you guys are doing, trust me, it's making a very powerful difference. And I know, with Puna and the work that you do, I mean, obviously I want to continue to work with you, and I'm really so happy to be able to help promote the event. And it's an honor to be able to sit down with all of you and be able to learn, because I feel like I'm still learning. I'm a lifelong learner. I don't know everything. And, today has just been really a big eye opener for me, and just like the possibilities that we have together. And I know I want to work with your organization. I would love to be able to do something in some way. I don't know.
Oh, we'd love to work with everybody. We'd love to work with you. We're here. We believe we come together for a reason. This seat, this table, and this event today has already happened. But maybe something went wrong back then. But there's a reason why it's being pushed now again. So in life, we believe it's a circle, right? We can change that. The bad things we could change, but if we don't change it during our time, it's just going to happen again. So I do want to work with you guys. Our organization would love to work with you. Obviously, working with Puna, with Move by Mana, with the Pacific Sovereignty Run. I think this is a great step in moving forward in what we're going to do as a group.
One big thing I'd like to add too is that a lot of people think like unless you're pure-blooded, one of the originals, it's not about that. If you have any sense of wanting to learn or wanting to be a part of the movement, that's just as good as to carry that blood and culture on. You want to teach the younger generation, you want to learn from those older than you, but even our elders, they can still learn from us at the same time that we can.
I totally agree, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same idea. It's a full circle. So we learn and teach each other as we go on, and we push that culture to the next generation that needs going on to fix the wrong thing in the past.
Yeah. There's so many, just amazing young folks out there that are just doing incredible work. And, I'm getting older now, and I feel like it's like my time to just fall back a little bit and, really to just be supportive. I want to be supportive of people. That's kind of what this platform is about, is to be able to let people like yourselves to share the work that you're doing, because there's just so many amazing people out there that are doing incredible work, but don't really want to, I guess, be boastful about it, because it's really not in our way, right? To be humble. Yeah. And so that, it's my job to put you guys on and to make you guys say, hey, look, we have these organizations, these amazing people out there doing the good work. And that's kind of like where I'm at in my life, where I really do want to be about building, relationships and connecting people. Puna is already doing that work each and every day. That's really what the PSR is all about. But the work that you guys doing is really dear to my heart, obviously, because it's about our cultures. It's about what makes us unique as Indigenous people. And that's really what's going to hold our communities together into the future. I don't know how you feel about that.
It's true. That's another thing. Like, you're here to help us. Like you said, we're here. It's not about us. It's about everybody else. It's what God gave us. And we're just vessels of what we do. But at the same time, now that we're on the forefront of it, with Puna Move by Mon and with this PSR movement, maybe there's guys out there even in the MC world that's like, you know what? I do come from that lineage and I know about it, but I was told not to talk about it. Well, guess what? If we're able to sit here and we're able to be in front and tell this whole world who we are, maybe it's time, they step up to the plate as well, because they're not moving alone. A lot of times when I was younger, I felt like, wow, I'm the only one doing this, or our family's the only one doing this, and you could be seen as crazy. But guess what? No, there's a lot of us that do the work. And through Move by Mana, with the Pacific Sovereignty Run at this event on June 17th, it's a time for everyone to come. And whoever hears this or sees this, we hope that it touches you. It touches you guys to really come out and see what we're doing. And don't be afraid to step forward with the blessings that was given to you and your family, to have a responsibility.
A lot. Coming down from NorCal and then may or may not be against all will. But the thing that I enjoy the most is connecting people. I think I've shared that with both of you in conversation. The first year when we met, I just started on the vision, creating their own lane in the MC community. And of course, I tie that back into our culture as something that we've already been trying to do, just whether or not I'm still doing it, whether or not our generation can bring this back, I feel like our role is very small, but massively important in the sense that I get to connect people that can further the mission together.
Yeah, absolutely. Solidarity. I really love, it says all islands united, us as Indigenous people coming together and being able to see how can we help each other, help our communities out, protect our cultures as well, right? And be able to enhance the things that really do make us unique and different than other communities. And that's what I love about the Pacific Savages, which obviously I'm an organization that I'm a part of. I'm not Polynesian, I'm Native American, but I feel like our cultures have so much in common. The way that we connect to the land, right? Having this deep connection to our ecosystems, respect for our elders, and wanting to do right by our communities and not being so hyper individualistic, not making everything about you and money and power and wealth. We find wealth in family and community, and I think that value system that needs to be shared more. We need to celebrate that more. We take it kind of for granted sometimes because we've kind of raised up in it, but I think that's really what the world needs right now. I truly, I believe that the world needs that. It needs this.
It really does.
Yeah.
Especially for us as an organization, we're not an MC. We're just really, blessed to finally be a part of, I guess we would call the island bike set, because through the MC world, there's others that have supported us, and our family, we're always traveling to Vegas, and our families in Vegas Valley, and they're always inviting us, and they're helping support our movement. But at the same time, there's that little bit of us as indigenous, what we stand for, like, why can't our people come together? Why aren't we being called together? Now it's like, what, just speak on it. Some people didn't like it at first because they didn't know who we were, but you're never gonna know what we do or who we are just by our Instagram and pictures or what people say or what you hear on the street. Come sit and talk to us, right? And that's what it is for our culture. Come sit and talk and let us bless you with our knowledge and let us help you through their journey, through your journeys and things like that.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. So, can you explain the colors of your vests and your insignias and your logos? Can you talk a little bit about that?
We don't have our our embroiderer took our last logo, so we're actually trying to find our rear embroiderer. But if you go on our Instagram, you'll be able to see it. So we do carry the colors of the green, red, and gold, which is the sovereignty of Hawaii. And you got your, there's a lot of green, red, and gold, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But they all kind of come together for the same thing. The easiest way to say it is green is our land. That's everywhere. It's just not Hawaii. It's just not the mainland. It's all lands in the earth, right? Red is our cocoa for us. It's our blood. The blood we shed, the blood the natives shed, blood everyone shed. Yellow and gold is our elite. Whether if you're protectors, you're Kapuna, the monarchy. Some people look at it as the rigorous, but that together is what makes indigenous Kia'i. And Kia'i means protector. So that means we're protectors of the indigenous, not just as Kanaka, not just as Filipino, not just Native American. We're talking, if you're from Cuba, we're going to help you. If you're from, Canada, we're going to help you. It doesn't matter. We should be helping everyone in the world.
If you have that interest, that you reach out to someone, reach out to us, reach out to maybe an elder, whoever it is you think of, and you can learn where you came from or someone that you want to help. Like I had no idea. I knew my family was from April. I had no idea they came from Seattle. We've actually been there for generations. But we had the people on the Maya, the Hita, and all them. That's when I started learning. It's like, oh, I have some actual bloodlines that I need to protect, and that's my responsibility to pass that on to my son. Yeah, we have our children, the next generation that we're teaching, and it can't just be school, and it has to be academics and all that. You have to learn where you come from and why your skin looks like this, why you act like this, why is your language like this. It came from those before blood that was built on the same land that we traveled. We've traveled to come for all these years. We need to keep doing that and hold up that.
Yeah. There's so many. People say, "Oh, there's so few indigenous people left," but there really isn't. There's just a lot of people haven't quite rediscovered their indigeneity, right? And I run into natives all the time who are just still, beginning that process of reconnecting with their communities. And I know there's a lot of controversy and kind of fight over. Sometimes we're fighting over the wrong things, right? Fighting over the identity and whatnot. And I just think it's important for there to be this avenue for people to be able to come and join the family, right? To be able to come and join the family. That's just going to make us stronger. And I get frustrated sometimes when I see people try to block that or people try to be critical of that. And I just feel like that is going to make us more united, more strong. The bloodlines are there, but because of settler colonialism, because of all this history, right, that has taken place on the islands right here in the mainland, so many of us have lost touch because of the forced assimilation, what they did to people hundreds of years ago that has had an effect even today. And to see people coming back into the family, like I'm empowered. That to me, that's empowering. And I feel like we should be supportive of that. And I think it's just going to make us stronger. And I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, but your organizations here, what you guys are doing, what Puna is doing, I think it's just adding to that solidarity that we really need. I think we really need this right now.
No, we really do, because Brother Eagle over here, if you don't mind. He came all the way from Oklahoma, and we were listening to his story. I think he has a lot to say when it comes to finding out who we are and our bloodlines and what it is. Because I notice a lot is people will fight. Oh, I'm more Native American than you because I got this percentage. I'm more Hawaiian than you. I'm more Filipino. You're not Filipino enough, or this and that. That's what separates us, right? But sometimes people go through things in life, and we don't know things till we get older. Is that wrong? No, it's not wrong. But we need a chance to learn it, right? And
That's
Brother
right.
Eagle has, I know, you have a good thing to say with that, what we were talking about earlier this morning.
Yeah, I grew up in East Oakland, and I was separated from my father. Lost my mother when I was young, but prior to that, I grew up in Japan for about 3 months to about 8 years, and then we came back to the mainland. And my mother was she was stabbed in front of her job while she was robbed, and so it put me into the system because I didn't have a father, I have no siblings, so I went through several foster homes and then into group homes when I was about 11. So I grew up in a group home. And then not knowing anything about my heritage until right out of high school, I joined the Marine Corps, and then I just decided I was going to start searching and try to find my family where they were. I ended up finding a cousin, and he gave me some ideas of family. I contacted some family up north, and they told me, "Oh yeah, we have family that are all in Hawaii." So as soon as I was able to contact someone there, I got on a plane, shot out to Hawaii, met my family. My aunt apologized to me, but we didn't know you were, we didn't know anything about you. Your mom didn't tell us. That was one of those things that she was embarrassed because she got pregnant. And so I didn't know anything about my heritage growing up as a kid and early adult. So and then the same thing, searching for my father, finding out he was Apache, then contacting my uncle, my grandfather, and then so right away I flew out to Oklahoma and I met the one guys out there and
Amazing.
so,
Absolutely
and then really
incredible.
trying to embrace everything, and just it was so much, but I wanted to have a lot of pride in who everybody was, finding out, my grandparents on both sides, and cousins, and I'm not in Oklahoma now because during the COVID, my grandpa said, "Hey, a lot of crazy things happening in California. Come out, stay with us, as long as you want, and then you can go back when everything's settled down." So I went out there, and I loved it. It's great. Right now I'm working with the Cherokee Nation, and same thing, Cherokee Nation, to hire anybody indigenous. You put on an application.
Nice.
They want to know, oh, you're tribal? Oh, yes. They hire you first. They try to take care of our people. And that was one of those things I was seeing. I was like, wow. So that, as soon as they know you're tribal, yeah, you got a job. They'll take care of you. We'll find a place where you can work, and that's great.
Yeah. Sadly, your story is not unusual. It's not unusual. There's so many people that have a similar story to you, and I really love it that you guys are accepting, that you guys want to bring more people into the family, and we just need more of that. We really, really do. And so I really appreciate that part of what you guys do. Same with Puna and what Puna is putting together, not just with the PSR, but just the entire movement, right, of unity and solidarity, coming together, because we're only going to be stronger together. Obviously, yes, we want our collective organizations to grow and to expand, but if we could help each other out, man, it's even better. It's even better. It's better. It's better that way.
Worldwide. That's what it's going to be.
Absolutely. So to close this off, I just want to give you all an opportunity to just tell us why people should come out to the PSR and anything else that you want to add to the show. It better be good, Puna.
I'm kind of biased. Just leave with that. I'm kind of biased. When I was approached to be the event coordinator about a year and a half, 8 months ago, something like that, for the very first one.
Bring the mic a little closer. There you go.
And this gentleman had shared the vision with me of Polynesian clubs, indigenous clubs coming together and carving out their own lane in the MC community. someone like me at that time only knew what Sons of Anarchy was. So I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. You don't want to do that? You want to lead with culture? What? Yes, of course, I'm sold, right? And poly means many. So when I say Polynesian, I think of all of us, even our Native Americans, because the truth is Hawaiians are Native Americans, or at least Native, right?
Oh, there's a deep topic to that.
Oh, that's connection.
Oh yeah.
So,
We could talk about that for a couple hours, just that alone, right?
We love
So no, when the vision was shared with me, there was a lot of opinions about the use of the word sovereignty. I've had phone calls from Hawaii, from my family saying, "Why are you guys using this word?" So I had to kind of explain that in a huge way. The motorcycle community, our island brothers, our native brothers, are coming together to do the same thing that indigenous and native people have been trying to do in society for hundreds of years. But now in today's society, they're using a very powerful vehicle. And for our culture to see our men this way was huge for me. Because the sad truth is, being 3-4 generations removed from my culture, my language, my Hawaiian heritage, the men were not allowed to exist in this manner. They were not allowed to be proud of who they are. They were not allowed to call Filipino brother, our Malaysian brothers, our native brothers. They weren't able to look at each other and cross those tribal lines. So when this was brought to me in a very huge way, I selfishly wanted it. I was like fighting the other guy. I was like, don't even worry about this guy. He doesn't exist. I want the job. I want the job. So it was right on time for me. It's inspired me in more ways than I can explain on this podcast. I've grown as a person, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And
Stop slamming the door. I'm learning more about my culture. The first podcast that I saw was like Saturday, had Peter and Troy in it. And I learned that Kaule is actually and the two words broken down means breath, means breath, and ole means no. So the way that I was taught to use the word meant white person, and that is incorrect, right? It means someone. It means foreigner, someone that doesn't understand that what we were point is sharing breath, And I'm still kind of learning how to comfortably do that, especially with the strong deaf community in the MC community. I almost accidentally kissed Mama. So I'm still learning.
Sometimes brothers don't say nothing, but you kind of just get too close,
He probably wouldn't have mind.
So yeah, when TSR came across my plate, I fought for it selfishly. I wanted the responsibility. I still do. I hope I get the opportunity and the honor to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that this is something that you want to do. You're not doing it because you've been asked to do it. It's something that you really are passionate about.
Absolutely.
I'll say something? I can say something after. Go ahead. No, feel free to say. So the big thing for us is, we hope with today's podcast that people are hearing this all over, and you guys really make your way out, because with Mubay Mana, with us as Indigenous Kiai, Pacific Sovereignty Run is like the platform of where we're starting. Even though it's already happened, but it's in the beginning works. We're gonna get better. We're gonna reach more people. If you're listening out there and this touches you of what you heard today, we really, really hope that you'll come out. You have to travel across state like brother here, but he's here, right? He felt it. And we really hope that you guys could come out of the woodwork. Don't hide. Don't be ashamed of what your gifts are. Don't be ashamed to ask questions. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. You know, if it's help or you want to know something locally, come to us. Come to Pacific Talks here on June 17th. You know, we'll be there 12 to 5. You know, come find one of us. Come find all the savages. Come find, come find Puna. Come find us. We'll be there.
Come find Bernard.
I love it.
He teaches sociology.
That's right. You can check us out. We're streaming on all platforms, but we're going to make sure that we do a good job in promoting this, and this is really something else. I mean, honestly, I feel like what the PSR is doing, what your organizations are up to, it's just bettering our communities. It's helping people out, and that's a big reason why I wanted to be a part of the Pacific Savages. I felt it was real. And then seeing the first PSR and all these other organizations, I'm like, dang, man, we have some really amazing people that are just doing these awesome things in our communities. And I just want to be a part of letting people know about it. I just want, this is just a small part. For me, it's a small part, but I just want people to know about all of these amazing people that I've been able to talk to today, all the incredible work that you do. And I think it's just going to make us stronger when we come together and do these events here that we're going to do on June 17th, right, Puna? We're going to be together at 12 noon. Again, a bike blessing, kava ceremony, MC War Games. It's a free event. It's family friendly, live performances, an incredible amount of good food to choose from. Lumpia. We got to get the fry bread booth going for the next one, though, Puna. We're missing out on the fry bread. All right, so we're gonna have to get some native brothers and sisters together to produce some fry bread for maybe the next PSR. All right, we'll work on a fry bread booth. But anything that you want to add as well?
Yeah, you took a little signal in my head. The big thing too is that I know how Puna was saying it's amazing to see how the men are able to come out and be appreciative of who we are and where we come from and the way we can carry ourselves again. And the big thing too is that we have our women, our sisters, the young women that are coming in. Like it's fine for them to stand up as well. Like we're not just guys in a cut and a bike. Like we have our cars, we have our women at home, but bring them with you. Let them stand right next to you.
That's right.
Because without them, we won't be there. No matter what.
It's true. That's true. I mean, there's so many, the ladies, they allow us to go out and do our thing, right? And, without that support, it's going to be hard to do the work that we do. Yeah. I mean, they always have been the backbone, continue to be the backbone for us. Yeah.
Having said that, bring in the PSR. We've got a cakey corner.
There you go.
Stuff for the kids, games, prizes. We want the ladies and the kids to be comfortable.
All right. My Fort Sill Apache brother, what do you got to say here? Give us some final words.
Something my grandpa said before he died. He was born 1895, died December of 2000, so 105 years old.
Wow. Love it.
I need to know what he is.
Right?
Man, unknown. Probably.
He used to say stuff. He used to tell me that, it's living in the city. You need to live in the country. You need to be around your people that will keep you happier. And he would always say stuff like,
"That's real talk right there.
Don't let any bitterness, don't let anything get between you and anyone who's indigenous, because there are too few of us left. So don't hate, just love. And if they need to be picked up, you pick them up." So he was always about, don't hate them, no matter what they did wrong. There are too few of us left. Make sure you show some love, support them, forgive. So he was always saying, forgive. Whatever happened, forgive it. Just let it go and move on and stay positive.
That's a beautiful message. I mean, it's a beautiful message, and we need to have that type of mindset more in our communities. I think it's going to make us happier. And what I love about this is that we could come here and laugh and joke and give each other hugs, and join Puna putting this event together in a good way, and then take those good vibes, those healthy feelings back to our families, back to our loved ones. And we really need more of that. I always tell my native brothers and sisters, our indigenous brothers and sisters, that it's important for us to just enjoy our lives, man. That's like the greatest way to decolonize is to be happy.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to be happy. Allow yourself to enjoy whatever it is that you're enjoying, your friendships, your loved ones. Yes, sometimes we get caught up in the struggle, but with the PSR, that's a celebration. It's a time to celebrate who we are as Indigenous people. So come on out. Again, I want to thank everybody who's putting this event together. Puna has put together an unbelievable roster of people. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back for our last segment here, 7th Generation Podcast, PSR 2023. Again, this is coming up June 17th, 2023. All right, everybody. Peace.